When I first embarked on designing Oath to Embers, I honestly underestimated the amount of effort it would require. But I didn't realize just how much I'd fall in love with the process. I've spent years immersed in fantasy and card games, but I've always been drawn to the camaraderie and the fun of playing with friends more than anything. This is what initially inspired me to create my own game, a game that captures those moments of joy and tension and a deep connection with others. I envisioned a fantasy world that wasn't just about dark moments or terrifying creatures, or the opposite, simply filled with lighthearted fun and cute animals. I wanted a perfect blend of those elements so that I could evoke a wide range of emotions. I really wanted a game that your decisions don't just kind of drive the story, but they would fundamentally change and shape how your character evolves. I really wanted every choice to matter so that every player really truly felt invested. A big issue that I noticed when I was playing games with some of my other friends was they started getting zoned out or they started getting distracted, and this mostly happened whenever it wasn't their turn. And that's not necessarily the game design's fault. What are players supposed to do during their downtime? So that's a question I aim to address right from the start. So in this game, I've integrated a mechanic that keeps everyone engaged throughout, especially when it's not their turn. To try to push cooperation better, I placed into the game a survive together or die together mechanic. This kind of emphasizes the importance of teamwork, so it's not just about playing your own turn well, it's about ensuring that everyone has each other's back. This game would demand cooperation, making every decision as a team impactful and meaningful. Oath to Embers is a fantasy strategy game set in the perilous lands of Asteria, where adventurers answer a young king's call. Each hero has a unique path that unfolds as you play, with decisions that not only affect the storyline, but also alter how the characters function. As you progress through different chapters, you're going to face tough choices that change the game's outcome. You'll visit marketplaces to acquire new cards, and unlock additional cards by completing chapters. But unlike most games where you only get experience points from defeating monsters and completing chapters, I really wanted the story to impact your character. So as you delve deeper into your character's story, you're going to receive unique cards called memories. These memories are going to reflect the experience either from your hero's past or the new ones that you've just created based on your decisions. This really enriches the narrative, and it puts a lot more emphasis on how you evolve your character. I've been an artist for 20 years, and so as the lead artist, I've personally created about 500 paintings for the game, including the card backs and the card UI, and even a lot of the characters. I even have a YouTube channel where I showcase the entire creative process, and I constantly encourage others to explore their own artistic abilities. I proudly avoid using AI art. Instead, I prioritize real human talent. So I've assembled over 20 artists that have contributed to this game, along with 3 musicians that have crafted original music and multiple voice actors so that we could have a fully voice-acted experience brought to life. Despite being a small team of only 4 developers, our passion and dedication shine through in every aspect of this game, and I'm proud of every person that works on this. After hundreds of playtests, somehow this game still feels engaging and fresh, which honestly I guess is a testament to its depth and replayability. In my opinion, one of the best aspects of Oath to Embers is its ease of accessibility. I've been burned before by spending hundreds of dollars on these really big ticket games, and some of them are just so complicated to learn. So I've designed an intuitive learn to play guide that walks you through the story and the mechanics step by step. This learn to play has tons of pictures, so quite literally you don't even need the board in front of you to learn how to play. I personally feel that this gradual introduction prevents new players from feeling overwhelmed, and it makes the game easy to learn and enjoy, even while you're unboxing it. So, let's give you guys an inside look at the mechanics of Oath to Embers and why I truly believe that this is a unique and exciting addition to the board game community. From the storybook, you're going to get into encounters, and the game unfolds on a modular board that changes with each encounter, keeping every session nice and fresh. The setup is also a breeze. You simply place your cards on the board, enemies and heroes, and you also have a special mechanic called Battle Flux. Battle Flux adds a layer of strategy by providing buffs and debuffs to all of the characters that share a row with the Battle Flux card. Players will then choose where to position their heroes, and the action begins. The thing about this game that I find the most unique is going to be the card combo mechanic. So each player has a hand of 6 cards. Now they can play these cards individually, or they can combine them in unique ways to perform powerful actions. The card combination system is really fun, and you have so many possibilities. And this really does ensure that every turn feels exciting and you never feel like you have a dud hand. But the cards in your hand are just the beginning. You can also unlock powerful skills, traits, weapons, equipment for your hero, and these can be stored in special zones called prime areas. So these offer a tactical option and different opportunities to help turn the tide of battle. Even when it's not your turn, you are still in the game. Players can use resources that they've collected from their card combos and place them onto their hero boards. That way they can perform different types of reaction moves, altering the course of the fight or coming to an ally's aid in some of these critical moments. These reactive decisions add a strategic layer and depth to the game, making every single resource that you collect feel very impactful. The game also introduces synergies, powerful actions that require players to collaborate to do these nice, big, huge actions, making teamwork even more essential. Now for the enemies. We don't have any overly complex enemies that bog down gameplay. Our enemy mechanics are very straightforward. The frontline enemies will do frontline attacks, and if an enemy is in the backline, the enemy will do backline attacks. However, as the game starts to progress, the enemies are going to start to evolve. They introduce different mechanics for each encounter and different synergies, so the game always feels engaging and challenging and fun. And we don't just have small enemy cards that just fill up the board. We also have a huge variety of different enemy sizes that make every encounter and even the bosses that you fight very unique. And these bosses are not just high health punching bags. They come with distinct mechanics that always keep gameplay exciting. And one thing for sure is we are constantly committed to make sure that none of these 2 chapters ever feel alike. After each round, there's a quick and simple cleanup, followed by guidance from the storybook that directs your next move, different spawn rates, and etc. Not every chapter is a battle though, so sometimes you're going to find yourself in towns, and here you're going to face some pretty tough story decisions and decisions about where to spend your resources. In this game, you cannot do every single thing in town, so the team kind of has to decide. And these moments are designed to challenge the players emotionally and strategically. Our goal is for every single playthrough to feel like a brand new experience. And I can say from lots of personal experience that I have played with a team of the same 4 heroes and had a completely different experience. I feel like what this does is it encourages a super vibrant community and different discussions about strategies and all of the experiences you've had. As a huge fan of games, I tried to make a game that not only I would love, but an entire community of people would love. I really think we've nailed this one, and after years of development, and we're finally ready to share it with the world, I hope that you guys also feel the same way. Thank you guys so much for watching.